Hey everyone, welcome to LearnEnglishPodcast.com. I'm Wason, broadcasting from sunny Phoenix and sipping iced coffee while we boost your English and mindset together. Thanks for tuning in and joining our energetic learning community today.
Hi friends, Lydia here, thrilled to guide you. Quick reminder, if our pace feels fast, tap the settings icon and drop playback speed to 0.75xx. Learning is smoother when you control the tempo, so customize and stay comfortable.
Lydia, have you ever stood before an interview panel, heart pounding, and suddenly your brain flashes the spinning blue wheel of death, leaving you speechless even though you carefully rehearsed absolutely every clever response during 7 late-night study sessions earlier?
Definitely, Wason. Psychologists call that choking under pressure, when anxiety hijacks well-rehearsed skills. Today we'll explore why it sabotages performance and equip listeners with vocabulary, question forms, and mindset tricks, so they stay cool during real everyday American high-stakes moments.
Great start. First question, Lydia. Could you share a simple story that captures freezing despite practice, something our audience can visualize clearly, and maybe retell at tonight's family dinner or tomorrow's casual morning coffee chat with coworkers?
Imagine a young robin practicing daily wing flaps. One crisp morning, it leaps confidently, suddenly panics mid-air, utterly forgets everything, and plummets. Inches from the ground, instinct kicks back, wings engage, and it survives. That panic equals human choking moments.
Fantastic imagery. So Lydia, in classroom or workplace terms, what exactly does that dive represent? Is it a memory glitch, an emotional overload, or some mysterious curse that visits right when grades, promotions, or first impressions matter the very most?
It's overwhelmingly about overthinking. Under pressure, the brain switches from autopilot to manual control, dissecting every micro move. That conscious interference scrambles timing, like a seasoned quarterback suddenly analyzing mechanics instead of simply launching the football smoothly downfield.
Speaking of athletes, Dan O'Brien's story always sticks with me. America expected him to dominate the 1992 decathlon trials, yet he missed an ordinary pole vault height 3 heartbreaking times. Talent intact, confidence shattered. Classic choking under bright lights and global cameras.
Exactly, Wason. Dan later admitted, "I was stuck in my head." He trained mental resilience, visualized success, controlled breathing, and 4 years later captured shimmering Olympic gold in Atlanta. His journey proves even champions need psychological tools, not additional talent.
Listeners are probably itching for solutions. Lydia, what's our first practical strategy to prevent those dreaded brain freezes when the stakes really skyrocket? Whether it's a medical board exam or simply introducing yourself confidently at an important American networking luncheon.
Step 1. Accept the adrenaline. Say aloud, "I'm excited, not terrified." Harvard research shows relabeling anxiety reduces cortisol. Think airport security lines. Acknowledge the tension, reframe it as anticipation of a sunny vacation, and your shoulders drop while relaxing waiting.
Could you ground that in a college scenario, Lydia? Maybe a student delivering a persuasive speech on climate change, focused lights dimmed, projector humming, 50 peers attentively watching. How does accepting adrenaline help Jamie confidently keep words flowing instead of choking?
Jamie breathes, whispers, "Excitement fuels me," then steps forward. The brain translates jitters into dynamic vocal energy. Audience senses passion, not panic. Jamie ends with a rhetorical question, earns applause, and later tells friends, "Labeling feelings was my secret stabilizer."
Excellent. Let's move to strategy 2. Many early listeners practice in silent bedrooms, then freeze on stage. How can they inoculate themselves against live event jitters so the real environment feels familiar, almost routine, not some terrifying alien planet of public judgment?
They must practice with mild distraction. Record yourself at the kitchen table while siblings argue about pizza toppings. Attend open mic nights. The small, controlled discomfort trains your nervous system, so boardrooms and auditoriums merely feel like larger kitchens. Familiar background buzz.
Great imagery. Now, strategy 3 revolves around presence. Our minds sprint toward potential disaster, missed questions, blank slides. How can listeners yank attention back to the single step directly ahead, like focusing on one slick stone while crossing a shallow river?
Borrow a tightrope walker's mindset. Concentrate on micro-actions. Say, I will read the first bullet clearly, not I must ace the presentation. Chunking shrinks problems, grounding you. Every completed micro-goal releases dopamine, encouraging steady momentum like confident stepping stones sequentially.
Self-talk seems crucial. When inner dialogue turns toxic, performance plummets. Lydia, what practical sentence starters can learners adopt right before they raise a hand or hit unmute during a big American conference call with clients from several different time zones?
Try supportive phrases, I've prepared thoroughly, my perspective adds value, or mistakes equal progress. Simple affirmations redirect cognitive resources toward task execution rather than catastrophe forecasting, similar to flipping a GPS from detour warnings back to direct navigation guidance.
Let's slide into physiology. Elite Navy pilots swear by box breathing. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4 again. How does controlled respiration translate to corporate presentations, high school debates, or even tense traditional Thanksgiving toasts before extended family gatherings?
Deep rhythmic breathing triggers the parasympathetic response, sharply lowering heart rate and clearing mental fog. Essentially, you gift your brain oxygen and time. 10 seconds can shift you from tunnel vision to panoramic awareness, perfect for rescuing forgotten statistics mid-presentation.
Quick station break. You're listening to LearnEnglishPodcast.com, where language meets life skills. If a coworker needs confidence boosts, share this episode. Subscribe so our weekly audio nuggets land directly in your favorite podcast player.
Back to the toolkit. Strategy 6 is visualization. Olympic swimmers mentally rehearse every stroke before the starter beep. Listeners can preview job offers, standing ovations, or flawless small talk at sunny barbecues, constructing mental muscle memory before later performing physically.
Give us an everyday example, Lydia. Maybe parallel parking in downtown Boston during even rush hour. How would visualization turn that white-knuckle sweat session into a composed maneuver that briefly impresses the passenger and keeps honking taxi drivers relatively patient?
Close your eyes beforehand. Picture aligning mirrors, turning the wheel once, then twice, stopping inches from the curb. Your brain engraves the smooth sequence, so when reality arrives, muscles flawlessly follow like actors reading lines already memorized during earlier rehearsals.
Awesome! Vocabulary time. Could you highlight 5 expressions from today, definitions plus quick American context examples, so listeners can immediately drop them into dynamic coffee chats or everyday Slack messages and reinforce learning through effective social repetition rather than lonely flashcard drills?
Flap one's wings. Act despite inexperience. I'm flapping my wings with Facebook ads today. Take a deep breath. Calmly pause to reset. Before presenting quarterly numbers, Miguel took a deep breath and smiled.
Gripped by fear. Paralysis. She was gripped by fear before calling the New York client. Pressure makes diamonds. Obstacles forge excellence. Final exams are brutal, but pressure makes diamonds. Coach Riley reminded the biology majors lining up outside Auditorium B.
Stumble. Commit a minor mistake, yet recover. During the webinar, I stumbled on entrepreneur, then laughed and continued. Stay grounded, remain calm. Amid budget cuts, Dana stayed grounded by focusing on controllable actions, like daily outreach rather than headlines.
Super helpful. Let's weave everything together. Lydia, could you recap the 6 strategies plus vocabulary so learners can screenshot this quick mental checklist and deploy it whenever sweaty palms, shaky voice, or racing thoughts threaten to sabotage their upcoming performance?
Absolutely. 1. Accept adrenaline by relabeling it excitement. 2. Practice amid deliberate mild distraction. 3. Narrow focus to micro steps. 4. Employ consistent supportive self-talk. 5. Regulate physiology through box breathing. 6. Visualize success in high-definition detail before execution.
Key vocabulary. Flap one's wings, take a deep breath, gripped by fear, pressure makes diamonds, stumble, stay grounded. Confidently sprinkle them into conversations, emails, or journal entries to convert passive recognition into active command of useful American expressions.
Remember, authentic progress compounds. Each small victory, delivering a clear daily elevator pitch, answering a professor confidently, or nailing Boston parking, teaches your brain courage is justified. Celebrate wins publicly. Shared human support systems multiply motivation faster than any solo pep talk.
Quick challenge for listeners. Draft a 2-minute dialogue where one character chokes during a brilliant science fair presentation, then recovers using today's strategies. Share your script in the community comments. We'll highlight creative examples in next week's shout-out section.
Consistency beats intensity. 5 focused minutes daily outperform a monthly cram session. Read an article aloud, carefully underline every stumble, then replay to correct. Repetition plus reflection is the Pilates of language, strengthening deep linguistic muscles elegantly.
Cultural note. American workplaces appreciate concise confidence. When asked a tough question, pause, breathe, deliver a single structured answer. Point, example, benefit. That pattern shows clarity under pressure, immediately earning professional trust faster than rambling apologies or filler words.
Also, sprinkle today's vocabulary into micro conversations. Greet the barista, I'm flapping my wings with latte art. Tell roommates, pressure makes diamonds, will ace rent negotiations. Spoken repetition cements retention. Written notes alone rarely survive the urban chaos of busy weeks.
Feedback loop time. Record yourself answering, describe a time you stumbled yet succeeded. Post the audio on our subreddit, #StayGrounded. Honest peer commentary provides external perspectives, catching pronunciation quirks we often overlook when listening solely inside our own skulls.
Mindset reminder. Replace perfectionism with progress orientation. Aim for incremental upgrades. 1 smoother sentence today, 2 tomorrow. The cumulative curve skyrockets. Research from Carnegie Mellon shows micro-improvement predicts fluency better than marathon study weekends often fueled by strong espresso.
Let's crystallize everything. Pressure is inevitable. Choking is preventable. Accept nerves, simulate stress, focus small, encourage yourself, breathe intentionally, visualize vividly. Equip these moves plus fresh vocabulary, and your English plus daily composure will climb like a SpaceX rocket.
If today's tips lit up a light bulb for you, make sure to hit that subscribe button on learnenglishpodcast.com. Tap the bell so every new episode drops right on time, turning your commute or workout into a fun, focused, and free English learning boost.
Thanks for investing your ears and energy. Remember, stay grounded, breathe deeply, and flap those wings until flying feels natural. We're always cheering for each bold daily leap forward you make toward confident, authentic American English communication.
Until next week, keep practicing, keep visualizing, and consistently keep turning pressure into diamonds. This is Lydia signing off from LearnEnglishPodcast.com, the vibrant place where English learning meets life mastery. Bye for now, and happy learning, everyone!
Remember, the road to fluency isn't a straight interstate. It's a scenic mountain trail filled with switchbacks. Embrace every stumble as elevation gained, and join us next episode for fresh English adventures on LearnEnglishPodcast.com. See you.